You The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Motion man is Berrios. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to pass. Tua. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
In motion, the tight end. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Gibson again. Shreds the tackle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. 32 yards for Antonio Gibson. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Motion man is Berrios. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 72 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 21, here's second down and 8. Second down, Howell now. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Just the first quarter of the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll go again with Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Buying time to his left. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Samuel going to go in motion right. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Eluding the pressure right. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go, or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Sly able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Forced out to his left. Throw left side taken in by Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Motion man is Berrios. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that. An incomplete pass on that last play, and
that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 15. First down, Dolphins.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get set.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Tua. They're going deep for Hill. They got his man complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10.
Commanders 10. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now they're going to motion Dotson to the left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Gibson with the solid pickup there, and the Commanders love using his ability in a variety of roles. Led the team with almost 1,400 all-purpose yards in 2022. He can run it and catch it out of the backfield.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Once more, Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Howell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set. Well, Howell's going to mix it up here. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Shifts by at the 15. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll change things up. And McLaurin, the motion man right. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 3rd and 8. Dotson in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there,
making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
20, TX.
Tua now on first down. Little short pass here to Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Tua, a final shot before half.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Throwing here, Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Running the sweep with McLaurin.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Third and long, here's Howell. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Dotson in motion right. Fourth down, Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. But he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Howell changing the play here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to the ground with Gibson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And quickly they get to the line.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. And they're going to speed things up here.
That's another Washington Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. Now Howell. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run with Gibson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Gibson again. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
This to swell the lead to 6.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20 to 14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down. He's able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Well, the defense circling now, 4th down and 7. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with a 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense,
and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 12, 2:14 to play.
They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Tua now on 1st down.
Making the catch, the running back Raheem Mostert.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Here's 1st and goal. Throwing Tua.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Dancing to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they've tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal line.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Dolphins 21. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Howell going to audible to something else. On third down, here's Gibson. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Going for it on fourth. Here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on fourth down.
What kind of fortitude does it take to go for it on fourth down late in the fourth quarter, knowing that a turnover on downs could turn out to cost you the football game? I don't know if I could have made that call if I was down on the sideline. That's as gutsy as they come, and it may just seal them the victory.
Delay of game, offense.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a two-point conversion up. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now Gtowncapp gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert.
Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing is Gtowncapp on 3rd down here. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing now is Gtowncapp.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Micah Parsons
Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now Tua. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, 46.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a man who's taking the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Kill. Everybody kill.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Oh, an absolutely filthy jump. He's got some space now. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Gallup goes in motion. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Kill.
Lamb will go in motion. First down, and it's Pollard again. And down to the 36-yard line here. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Lamb in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lamb will go in motion. Here's Pollard again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Lamb in motion left. They'll run left with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll send Waddle in motion left. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lamb will go in motion. Running right, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, Pollard again. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Lamb will go in motion. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Gallup goes in motion. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey? Isn't that the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Give him 30 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Tua now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Motion man is Berrios. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part.
any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Christian Wilkins on the stop. It's a gain of 2.
3rd and 5. Lamb will go in motion. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll run forward with Pollard. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games. have led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Waddle, the motion man right. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! A great play there. 31 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10.
Cowboys 10. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Offense back out there. We shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Going to run again here with Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Play action now. Prescott. That is caught. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
47.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 62 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken a third quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
At their own 25-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, he'll diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch.
A gain of 34 yards.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. Powers through it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. By that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They work now on 2nd and 9. Waddle, the motion man right. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Cowboys 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time. The lead in a tight one. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Pollard, they'll take it up the gut. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Lamb will go in motion. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Here we go, 1st and goal. Lamb will go in motion. They'll run with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. for the lead. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, 47. Hey, go. Here we go, 47. 47. Here we go, going to 53. 26.
Now Dak. Caught on the slant. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. What? Gun. Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, kill. 26.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And a short pickup here as they're going to cross the 10 to the 11-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Once again, it's Mostert. There he goes again. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Cowboys 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 11, a little over 40 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Hey, kill. Guys.
To throw, Prescott. And this is intercepted. And that, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Hey, 47.
Now Prescott. Looking downfield for Pollard. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic first down.
This is 1st and 10. Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
47.
Here's Prescott. Tosses the out route here to Gallup. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Dak. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
46.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.